Hello, lovely people. The Honda is back again, and there's nothing. So there's nothing because I put everything in, and basically this is going to be the full final result, how everything looks like. So this is the beauty panel, and you cannot see literally anything. You can see small indents here because it's this. So you cannot really remove this board if you don't pull the seats a little bit like that. And then, okay, so I cannot do it with one hand. So that's the beauty panel, and everything is installed kind of. So what I did is I have these little standoffs, and they're kind of adjustable with these little inserts because I needed a few millimeters here and there. So they are slightly above the amplifier. It leaves like 3-4 mil gap between the amplifier and the board. And when we put this in, we notice that we'll need another 2 standoffs here, because anything you put on the lower part, it just bends the board in. So we'll need to order more and put them there. These standoffs, they screw through this board into the subwoofer box. So this amp rack is basically now fixed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. It's not moving anywhere. And I'm gonna show you where I messed up. So I don't want everybody to think that everything that I do is picture perfect. It's not. So look, this one, I did measure this cutout, and you can see there's no gap here, and there's a gap here, and there's a slight gap at the top as well. So I put some black of the same vinyl on the subwoofer box so you cannot see it, but I kind of mismeasured like 3 millimeters one way because I didn't probably test fit or something. But yeah, so we have power coming in from that side, everything goes in, and speakers coming out from that side. They're not connected yet because I need to find which is which, but I connected the subwoofer and the mid bass. But the mid bass, I'm not sure if it's going to be left or right, so it's going to be swapping. This one, that's the high levels that are coming from the head unit. I left this for now like this, but later, if we're going to keep it, probably going to make it a bit nice and glue it in. But for now, it's just to make the system functional and working. Remote is connected, everything is working fine. We can leave it like this for now. And now I'm working on the A-pillars. So if you remember, we're going to be putting these pods. These A-pillars are a pain to remove because everything is holding on this one, and it's impossible to, because you're supposed to like push it down, but there's nowhere to push. So I don't know. So I remove these A-pillars, and we're going to be putting pods in here. It's going to be little updates on this fitment. Okay, so these are the pillars, and you can see we're planning to put the mid-range here and the tweeters slightly higher. However, this is very thin plastic, and see, that's it, pretty much it. So we bought these metal plates, and they're quite thick and very, very sturdy. You won't be able to bend them. And I want to put them from the inside like that, but they're too big. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut them in half to have one. We have 2 of these plates, but we're going to use only 1. I'm going to cut them in half and have one for one side, the other one for the other side. I'm going to remove these, and we're going to put some construction adhesive between the metal and the plastic, and then we're going to sandwich it with the bolts that are on the pods themselves. So I took one of those metal thingies, with this one, cut it in half, and it so happens that these 2 last holes are kind of perfect what we need. So I just enlarged them, and one of them is for 10 mil, and the other one is for the mid-range. And basically it looks something like this. Everything fits perfect. This is very thick metal, and it's gonna be very, very nice, much better than on the actual pillars. So the only thing with these, I just need to remove these plastic thingies wherever I don't need them, and put some adhesive or maybe epoxy. I don't know what I'm gonna use. I have some epoxy as well, so it's gonna be thick, and just drill 2 holes matching with those, and it's gonna be perfect. To find the center, because this, I want it to be somewhere like in the center in between these 2 thingies. So I marked one of the bend, second bend, and the middle. And this, I left one of this for the metal to rest on. So if I'm gonna put it like this, not upside down, like this. So it's resting on them on this one. So I know that for both of them is gonna be exactly the same distance. and in the middle they're gonna be like this. So now just cut holes, and then I'm gonna put the epoxy and I'm gonna screw the pods on, and they're gonna squeeze the metal to the plastic, and then I don't have to use any kind of like hole clamps or anything. But yeah, something like this is very, very strong. This is, it's like 3 mil probably. I think it's stainless steel. It's super, super strong. It's not bending at all. It's gonna be very cool. And we paid only a $5 for this. So because we're using one, so we literally paid 250. And the original ones, they cost what, 40 euros per side. So yeah, we like to do stuff cheap. Okay, test fit before I put the epoxy. Some kind of 5-minute epoxy, so it's gonna dry very quick. It's gonna look like this, which is exactly what we were planning to do. And yeah, the metal, all these is gonna be super, super strong. Oh yes, I like it. Okay, epoxy time. And this is with epoxy, so we just need to wait for 5-10 minutes until it's gonna dry, because it is a very quick one. 5-minute epoxy, sets in 5, and it's gonna be rock solid. Plus the metal, whoo, it's gonna be very, very good. And with the aiming, we will be able to play a little bit, and it's gonna be just like that. I have the second one as well ready. Yeah, we're gonna put them in, run the wires, and I'm not sure if we have time today to do some measurements for the best aiming. I might leave it for later, because now it's kind of almost starting to rain, so we need to put everything back and to have a system functional. Okay, slight problem. I'm trying to put this 8 pillar back and it doesn't go back because this one, the metal one, it's hitting the bottom here. It's so close, so I need to cut this and maybe that one as well, just to make it shorter, and hope that it's gonna be enough, because if not, then potentially we need to bend this for it to go in. But for now, I'm gonna cut this and see if it's gonna work. Okay, so I chopped these off and now they're almost flush, so hopefully, because there's kind of the same size as those plastic thingies, so hopefully now it's gonna be fine. We'll see. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. So this is in, and it's a good thing because there's 2 clips right around there, and it fits perfectly. So this is, it's literally like bolted to the actual A pillar. Is so there's literally no wobble, nothing. The only problem now is this bloody clip. So there's, you see that one? Yeah, that's the one. And this one's supposed to somehow, I have no idea how, go from the bottom in there. I have no idea how to put it in. It should be, I should be able to remove this one. I'm not sure, but yeah, it looks like this. So this is going to be from the driver's seat. This is slightly down, but I think it's going to be fine. And that one, we will be able to adjust them, and I'm going to take a few measurements with different angles and see which one is better. But yeah, I like how it looks like. The tweeter obviously is out to be, no, I need to, yeah, cool. Okay, so the time is up. These pillars, I'm gonna leave them like that because I need to figure out how to remove that thing and how to put it in. But it's gonna be like that. This is solid as hell. Everything is fine. That is fine. It looks nice. I like how it looks like. So none of the speakers are connected because literally there's no time. 3 minutes, he has to go. I made sure that the doors are playing because we need some kind of music. But the main issue is that the remote wire that I ran, the blue one, into the remote, it's not remote, because like now ignition is off and you can see the Bluetooth and the DSP is on. So if I'm gonna plug out, oh my god, if I'm gonna take out the remote fuse, everything shuts off. And yeah, we'll need to troubleshoot because that wire that I took, it was a remote before, but now it's not a remote, so I don't know what's happening. And for some reason, the subwoofer is not playing. It might be because I had to remove it. It might be that when I put it back very quickly, one of the wires came out. But yeah, so I need this cable because it's mine. But yeah, this is it, I think. I'm gonna leave it like that. We're gonna have to wait for the next week because there's literally no time. Everything is done, everything is secured, all wires are fine. So yeah, this is gonna look like this for now. Maybe we're gonna think about something how to make it a bit nicer, but when you put all of this in and all of this back, you're not seeing anything. There's literally no gap, nothing, just like that. Just those two gaps for cooling. So if the amplifiers are gonna overheat or something, we will know that we have an air gap that we could put some fans and it's gonna blow air through intake, exhaust, or something like that. But this is pretty much it. It's kind of working, but not as it's supposed to be. So you're gonna be without music for another week. But yeah, this is what you get when you have children. Don't have children. Okay, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one.